What's up, Juventini? We are heading down a road that could tell us just how dirty Giuntoli is willing to get his hands in this mercado because we have situations developing around McKennie and Chiesa that could very much get messy very, very soon. We're going to take a look at the details as I also have a little bit of a bomb on the Fede Chiesa situation. We're going to look at that together as well as the next sale for Juve, which is seemingly going to be Sule. A change on that status today we're going to look at and all the other rumors around Juve. I'm Berto. This is the HAC, your channel dedicated to Juve. It's July 14th. Let's rock with the news. Everton has emerged as interested in Weston McKennie, all right? And they are inquiring about the player's availability on joining the club. However, with him turning down Villa, I am expecting him to pass down this option. The only other option we are currently hearing is that Inter Miami out of the MLS is trying to lure the player there and working on some bonus and sponsorship deals with his marketability in his home country, all right? Will he jump at that? I, again, don't think he's going to accept either one of those. I think he's going to be looking to stay in Italy, even if it's not Juve. However, there is very, very low interest in the player in the other sides in Italy as of right now. But there are some rumblings that maybe a couple other top sides in Italy could be looking that way based on the situation. So we have to wait and see, all right? But he could very much just not accept any of these other clubs interested and choose to stay at Juve. How hard will Giuntoli push? Is he willing to freeze out Weston McKennie? We have to wait and see. Is that a risk McKennie is willing to take? Things could get messy. Another player in that is Fede Chiesa, all right, because the latest, obviously, he is going to be coming back a few days later as he's been granted extra days off for his wedding, all right, around July 20th to July 23rd or 24th, okay? But upon his return, obviously, they're going to try to sort out the situation. Now, what I heard from my sources today actually plays to what Mirko Di Natale stated recently in an interview. He received an offer from Roma, all right? And Juve had a deal in place with Roma, locked in at 20 million plus bonuses. However, it was easily converted into a loan plus obligation to purchase that was payable over 3 years, that had incentives tied to it, that could have seen Juve receive over 30 million euros. But Chiesa's decision is not just to stay at Juventus, but to test free agency after this final contract year. That is what's being reported to me today as his current intention, all right? And it's seen as a little bit of an FU to Juve because of a low ball renewal offer that they got, which plays to what Mirko Di Natale stated in terms of the DiMarzio rumors about no offer coming from Juve. Well, my source told me he did get an offer, and Mirko Di Natale said he did get an offer on the renewal, but it could have been equal to or less than what he is making now. If there was any truth to what my source told me today, well, then that would tell me they lowballed him, and Chiesa became insulted, now has a chip on his shoulder. How hard is Giuntoli going to push with these guys if the situation is going to remain kind of messy around them? We have to wait and see, but that's the latest we're hearing. But Chiesa will be coming to camp after his wedding, all right? In terms of the forwards, what are we going to do with this situation? And if Giuntoli does push to the extreme of freezing out Chiesa, which I just can't see happening, because of how thin we already are in the attack. We talked about this in great detail on yesterday's live podcast. Great session. Check it out if you haven't, all right? But with the situation around the attack, Sule surely has to remain right now until everything's cleared out, right? Well, apparently we're wrong because Sule could be sold and sold very, very soon. He could be the next sale. Leicester already increased the offer to somewhere around 32 to 33 million euros. Now it's being reported They are set to increase the offer again, all right? And we are starting to get closer and closer to that number. Once a Prem team increases the offer, you've got them, all right? So in my mind, I have little doubt that they're not going to hit the number that Giuntoli has in his head to sell Sule. However, should we be doing this, all right? I still say Hoyson should be the first sale because of the uncertainty around Chiesa and how thin our attack is. But Sule could very much be sold very, very soon. What's going to happen on the backside of that? Well, the latest reports suggest it's going to be Adeyemi or Porto's Galeno that's going to be purchased after Sule leaves Juve. And that Sancho is a backup option, all right? I'm not buying this one. And this is coming from Gazzetta, all right? So I'm just not buying this. The next sale, 100% funds Coop Miners, okay? That's what I've got set in my head. I can't see it being any other way. But if we get the numbers we want, say we get 37, 38 mil for Sule, that definitely funds Coop Miners and gives you a bit moving forward to something else because it's all capital, all right? But I still say it's Coop Miners, and the reports today suggest that our midfield is shaping up to be one including him. Luis, Fagioli, Locatelli, Thuram, Coop Miners is in there, and Miretti. The latest reports out of camp is that in the early days, Miretti has been impressing Thiago Motta and could find himself remaining at Juventus. That midfield is greatly improved on our midfield last year. All right, what are your thoughts on that midfield? But I'm not buying into what Gazzetta is saying, and Gazzetta also stating that Berardi is very much in the mix for Juventus. Hey, thank you, Gazzetta, for completing the checklist for us in the Mercado because it isn't a window without being linked to Berardi. For me, you guys know where I stand with this El Shaarawy, Berardi, etc. All right. Weak options. I know we need backups, but still, there are some good options out there for very, very cheap prices that I would probably look that route before bringing in these guys, all right? Much younger guys you might have a better long-term success rate with, okay? But who knows what's going to happen. Toribo, talks are ongoing, all right? Talks are ongoing between Nice and Juve, but we know the drill. You need a sale to move forward now, all right? Juve moved probably as far as they're going to go without a sale, and now it's time to get the selling going. Sule, is he next on deck? And with those other guys, how hard is Giuntoli willing to push to get this roster where he wants it to be? Time will tell, but that's your news drill to today. You guys know the drill, all right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC Army. Hit me in the comments with what you think and what kind of vibes you're getting from Giuntoli in terms of how he's going to react to these situations, all right? Can't wait to mix it up with you all. I'm back tomorrow, as always, with another edition. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.